single offered the strike to his captain.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about that, Darren. Yeah, when's enough? He could have had 13 of 3 and got a left-hander on strike, who cut his first ball for 4, by the way, after that.
And we know that fast bowlers will improve as the tournament progresses. I think the other thing we've seen from previous matches is a misalignment with captains and bowlers, both not being on the same plane in terms of strategy. That's so crucial in T20 cricket, to have the right feels for the length that you're going to bowl as a fast bowler. So far, so good. Shahid Afridi back in Mohammad Amir, having that slip in place, prompting to him, bowl in that corridor of uncertainty.
They've clearly, the Galle Gladiators have clearly gone away and done their homework here. They look far better prepared, and you know, they came in, they didn't know the grounds, they didn't know the tournament, really didn't know the players. They've done their homework here. I like the combination with the 3 quicks and the 3 spinners.
He's not going to talk about his short ball. He's got an aggressive short delivery. As a batsman, if you're batting in the top 3, top 4, you're mindful of that. You can just tangle that front foot a bit.
Brilliant delivery. Absolutely got Kusal Mendes, as you said, thinking. And decent pace through, went through quite nicely.
The key to that's the follow-up delivery, because this is the one where you're hoping that his weight's just slightly back and he gets the ball in the right area and gives a tickle through to the keeper.
Here's Lang, excellent. Then bowled the rank half volley. Had to defend Kusal Mendes. Very, very good over. Just 3 runs coming from it. 29 for 1. $29 for 1. Mohammad Amir only conceded 8 runs in his 2 overs so far. The other thing I'd like to see in this match is an improved performance in the outfield. Fielding-wise, catching-wise, I think that's an area of the game that all teams need to improve in.
Without a doubt, Darren. That's been one of the disappointments. But I guess, you know, it's out of quarantine. Players haven't played for a long time. I'm suspecting they get better and better and better as the competition goes. This also interests me. They've given Akila 3 in the power play. That's a big ask.
Tucked away. Can't be short to Kusal Pereira. He's so quick to pick length. Doesn't really sit on his back foot, but that's what makes him so good a player square of the wicket.
That's why I say it's such a hard ask for a spinner to go 3 in the power play. It really is.
It also depends on how they want to use Akila Dhananjay, whether he's an attacking option or just making sure that he bowls differently. With his former action, he used to be the attacking option that Sri Lanka had, who would come in the middle and get wickets.
Yeah, the only thing with that I'd say is they've got Lakshan Sandakan and Shahid Afridi who would bowl through the middle. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Lakshan Sandakan bowl, because he gives it a good rip, and as a Chinaman, it's always exciting.
Use of the feet, miscued. Very, very lucky and fortunate. Went into the gap. Kusal Mendes will take it nonetheless. Also goes down as a My 11 champion shot.
said he was lucky, so can you call it a champion shot?
I said give him. The outcome was good.
I'm teasing you.
This time, flies over the mid-wicket. Nice clean shot. It will do his confidence a whole lot of good.
That went a long way. I think at least another 20 yards over the boundary. That went the distance. Goodness, he's extremely strong with that slog sweep and scores a lot of runs in that area. And the good thing is, most of those shots are clean.
"16 runs from the over, 1 delivery left. Maybe please, just a single conceded, but an expensive over. 5 overs gone, 46 for 1.
So a quick look at our broadcast partners throughout the cricketing globe. This is going all over the place. Sony, India, Bangladesh, Maldives, Afghanistan, of course, Nepal, PTV and Geo in Pakistan, ITN obviously in Sri Lanka. Then it goes to Sky in the UK, Sky New Zealand as well. And also we've got our digital partners all over the place. Sportsmax throughout the Caribbean, Willow TV in the USA. That's crisp. That's a good way to start the over as well. He's going to have to bowl it again because it's also a no ball.
That's harsh. That's harsh. This is going to hurt. 50's up for the Kandy Tuskers. Bit of width. And he plays it through the offside. Kusal Mendes finding his timing. You mentioned the broadcast partners. There's a lot of interest all around. Special shout out to Wasim Jaffa, former Indian cricketers, really getting behind it. And that's really good to know.
Oh, there we go. There's one of the sponsors involved, Kome rice crackers. We've got some in the back of the commentary box as well. Very nice. Now he's chased out, and it might be a wide. Shiraz hadn't started well. First 2 balls of this spell haven't registered.
Still a free hit, intact. We got to give it to Kandy Tuskers without making too much noise. They've gone about the job professionally.
Now that's short and wide, and it's been hammered. Free hit, and that is a great result for a free hit.
And he square cut that basically. His cover cut that. Bumped it way over extra cover. Now, if there was any doubt about his fitness, well, you can rest easy. Kusal Mendes is playing his shots all around the wicket. Why I mention is he had a split in the webbing the other day. Struggling just a wee bit, but no signs of discomfort now.
Oh, he's crunched that as well. That is magnificent. Just a lovely sound off the willow.
Very taut sound. He has to increase the length. For sure. If he keeps on bowling this length, Shiraz, he's going to be punished.
He's got a bit of pace behind him, but it's a little obvious that extra pace is easier to play on this pitch. You've got to vary your lengths, your lines. Short, it's still sitting up.
He's got his work cut out now to get this over back. 4 balls left in the over. Already has travelled for 18 runs.
Both these batsmen they're short in height. And players who are short in height, they are very efficient off the back foot. And these are the little things these bowlers, they have to recognize to be able to bowl better.
And if you start with a no ball and a wide, your mind goes elsewhere.
Yeah, it augments, doesn't it? The pressure ramps up.
The bowlers say in this sort of situation, you've got to get to the back of your mark, exactly like Shiraz is doing at the moment, and just actually stop there. Stop there and just pause a little bit more. Just gather your thoughts, and then when you're ready, you can go. Oh, he's not ready yet, obviously. Let's have a look and see what the backing up was like. No, that's okay. These are the shots that have been played. There's the free hit that went for 6. That was well in front of square on the leg side, went for 6 as well. Skipper's a little concerned. He's got to stay calm. Halfway through the over, 19 runs from it. Strong drive. Should be able to come back for 2. They will.
That's the type of efforts the Galle Gladiators do need to claw themselves back in, lift their fielding, lift the energy levels, and it rubs off. Going on to the bat nicely, cooler in the evening. Tilaka.
That bruise inside of the thigh.
He started to put a bit of pressure on the batsman by increasing his length. Just back of the length, a bit of shape away from the left-handed batsman. Like you said, Hazy, I think he's thinking now.
Pereira winded. Needs a breather, getting his thoughts and his breath.
One ball away from completing the power play, by the way, which is pretty much bang on the average power play total.
Yeah, each time they bat first, the Kandy Tuskers seem to be racing away. They made 69 against the Colombo Kings, and now they're 67 for 1 with 1 ball to go. A land rich in culture, food, lovely people, I'll tell you. Other than me. Before you said something.
Don't have to say that.
This always both look straight at you. It really is quite extraordinary. The Kandy Tuskers, their situation could have been so different after that tight game first up, the super over, and then losing the second one, the Duckworth Lewis, by 4 runs. Of course, they had some performers, and if you had some of the Tuskers in your team, you downloaded the app from my11circle.com. Would have had some fun playing with some of the champions in the side. Discussing with your mates, I'm sure, with various social media sites. Right, he's okay now. Last ball of the over. Tidy line. 20 runs, correction, 21 runs from the over though. 6 gone, 67 for 1. The power play, 6 overs up. Kotahachi. So they've got themselves off to a pretty good start, actually, the Kandy Tuskers. Just a reminder that the Galle Gladiators won the toss and they elected to bowl first. Afridi into the attack. One of the three spinners they've got in their lineup in this match. So things went according to plan for them with the toss. The ball is dry now. I guess it would have been a bit of a challenge if they had to bowl second in this game with three spinners.
Yeah, if you look at the campaign of Kandy Tuskers, their batters have done well. The problem with this side is their bowlers haven't responded. I think the moment they start to play as a unit, this team can be totally different. They can really challenge all the stronger sides in this competition.
You have to be smart. You can play cricket and you can play cricket well, but there come moments in games where you need to win. Kandy Tuskers have let themselves down at that stage on many occasions. If I go to the rain-affected game too, they were ahead on Duckworth Lewis, but then they lost 2 wickets.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal. Gabaz, I think, was guilty of a dismissal at a crucial time.
And there were 4 or 5 instances in the first game where silly mistakes were made at crucial times. They come back to haunt you.
Still, they would have been frustrated. The fact they got the 219 and still lost in the super over. Super overs are tough, obviously.
Yeah, there was a no ball where only 3 fielders in the circle, drop catches.
2 drop catches, yep.
And they forgot to bowl their frontline bowler, even a single ball.
Very good at varying his speed. Shahid Afridi, that's his strength. Bowls wicket to wicket. Doesn't totally rely on a lot of spin.
His economy rate is extraordinary throughout his entire career, going at just a shade over 6.7 of the over. But he does have that variation. And there's a look at some of the lengths as well of the various speeds. A couple of red balls, one short, one bit fuller. Come on! The quicker ones, short single. He was quite grumpy the other night, Afridi, when he was bowling. He won't be too impressed with that overthrow either, I would imagine.
It was a direct hit. They end up being a lot closer than you think. Lyndon Hannibals has gone upstairs to Prageet Rambukwal, the third umpire.
There's not too much excitement from the Galle Gladiators, but better to be safe than sorry. Not much of a stretch from the arm of the Tusker batsman, which shows how comfortable he thought it was going to be.
Jeez, he's weighing 72 for 1 after 7.
There we go, confirmation. Ferrer and Mendes, the 2 guys that are doing the job at the moment. Brendan Taylor gets a run today. He's due to come in next.
Lakshan Sandakan, the new bowler. Well, Roshan Abesingh, he loves a chat. Here he is.
To you, Mr. Abbas Muni.
Hi.
How are you?
They're putting it off
Don't
right
worry.
now.
Let me first ask you, how do you see the LPL happening now? How is it going?
It's unbelievable what we pulled through. It's like, you know, till absolute last minute you realize we were happening, not happening, quarantine, so many, not so many, but I mean, it just, till the time we landed here, saw the first ball happening, I never believed it's actually going to happen in this situation, but it's like awesome, man.
But so what really made you invest in this to buy into the Kandy Tuskers?
I mean, surprising question because it's a wow opportunity. To get an opportunity like this, we're surely not going to miss. So, you know, it was more like, wow, let's just pick it up before anybody else grabs it. So it's more of an opportunity, and we wouldn't have ever lost this chance to get involved with LPL.
You're a co-owner.
Yes.
Who's your partner?
Okay, largest stake is with Mr. Sohail Khan, who is from the Bollywood and the Khan family. So major stake is with Mr. Khan, and obviously he wants to come and, you know, enjoy this whole scenario, but this whole quarantine situation is just holding him back, you know.
Now you did say that, you know, you weren't sure. So obviously you would have had enough time to make all the preparations.
Yes.
And what you want to. But are you planning it big the next time?
Yeah. I mean, we just wait. You know, of course, we're going to take it through how the first season goes, and then immediately, you know, get going with the post-mortem of the first season and get on to the planning for the next.
Mr. Moni, thank you first for investing in Kandy Tuskers, and thanks for your time.
It's been a pleasure. It's super pleasure. Yeah.
Right, guys.
Biel. Lovely drive, 4 runs, nicely played by Pereira. This time he just rocks on the back foot. There's a sweeper in play. Just the single. He's got a bit of an issue with his thigh, Pereira, where he got that hit, so he didn't want to come back for the second.
They started to cut loose. Kusal. Seems like he's got his bearing. Started to trust the pitch. He's backing himself to play his strokes now. Worries for Galle Gladiators.
Single. So 13 runs from that first over from Sandakan. 85 for 1. He doesn't waste any time, Afridi. Likes to get through those overs nice and quickly. Likes to apply some extra pressure and try and spin through overs in the middle if he can, with he and a spin at the other end.
He'll be desperate to pick up a wicket here, because this partnership is looking very threatening. 200 once again on the cards.
Extra bounce.
180, 190 is par. The dew coming in, that's been the trend, and bowlers tend to struggle later. The Galle Gladiators do have a strong batting lineup too, so they shouldn't drop their heads, keep chipping away and focus on damage control.
Airborne. Not quite out of the middle, brings the sweeper into play, this time square on the offside.
Russell, with a bit of cloud cover, do you think there are chances of dew around?
There would be maybe not as much as what we have experienced, but enough to make it a little tougher or challenging for the bowlers later on.
Quicker, full toss, can't do too much with that. 97 k's per hour, that delivery from Afridi.
Sometimes the way to play Afridi is to treat him like a seam bowler. He's quick. Current run rate 203.
We try and string a couple of tight overs together, the Galle Gladiators. The Tuskers are going at over 10 to the over at this stage. It's going to be outside leg, I think. Big shout from Afridi. He thought it was pretty close.
They burnt their review. So we can't go upstairs, but I'm with you, Hazy. For a change, we agree.
Yeah, have a look. Shahid Afridi was caught short, but I think the ball pitched on the leg stump. It was a googly.
Hit him in front, back leg. Did he neck the front leg?
Tight over. 3 from it so far. Can he finish? If he does, it'll be a big boost, the Gladiators. Smashed on the leg side for 4. That's the boundary the Tuskers were looking for. 7 from it, 92 for 1.
Spoiled the over, but an opportunity to talk about it. Take a breather, get your strategies right. It's time for the strategic timeout.
Righto, that's the end of the strategic timeout. 9 overs gone, 92 for 1 it is. Here's a look at that LBW shout a little bit earlier that Afridi was so excited about. Just pitching outside the line of leg stump. So therefore we needn't look at it any further. It's got to pitch in line with the stumps. But it was a pretty tight over. Just got to bounce off the last ball. Sweeping again. And they've brought the sweep out quite a bit today, these two. Partnership now is worth 71 off 41 deliveries.
And as the tournament goes on, Hazy, you'll see that more batsmen will come out with the broom rather than the bat. Spin will come into it, and the sweep is going to be a very effective shot.
Yeah, Mendes has employed it quite efficiently. He has scored plenty of runs in Lanka Premier League so far.
Sensing a real opportunity here for the Tuskers, for the Kandy Tuskers. They've got 2 guys who are experienced and 2 guys who certainly know that they need to kick in. Mendes on 44. He's a very, very talented cricketer, and we haven't seen the best of him. Pereira on 27 now. He needs to kick in for mine, and he's a fine player. If he gets himself a big total, that'll get them, I would suggest, very close, if not past the 200 mark. He's moving quickly with his feet. And he's coming back for the second, so that's nicely played and good running as well.
And also in the deep, Gunatilaka on to Shehan Jayasuriya. But a few plans. Teams come up with their own little lines that make them tick. Collective decisions there at the back. The Kandy Tuskers, their batting plan, their bowling plan, just put up for reference, and a little bit of reminding yourself of what you want to be doing.
That hamstring apparently is not as bad as we thought it was for Irfan Pathan, and he's not going to be too far away from playing again, which is good news.
There we go. Assess conditions, intensity, partnerships, communicate clearly. That's about the target. What's happening on the pitch?
Stay in the zone. Prize of catcher. Is it out? It is out. Throwing the wicket away. It's exactly what I was saying they didn't want to do. Get a start. You've got to capitalise.
That's a brilliant grab, wasn't it? He was running fast, and I thought he overran, but he recovered very quickly, kept the eyes on the ball, and managed to grab onto it. Good take.
Looked like it swung on him, Danushka Gunatilaka. Never easy, but that's a massive blow. He's pulled off a pitch, Danushka Gunatilaka, to get rid of Kusal Pereira. He goes for 27, 97 for 2.
So lost their second, so now it's Brendan Taylor who walks the middle. Now Brendan Taylor is not one of those guys who arrives at the crease straight away and blasts. Normally bats right at the very top, and he'll take a little bit of time to get going and just work the ball around a little bit. But he's a very good player with a very good record. Just a little bit of a speed wobble, I think, at the end here.
Amazing catch. You can't practice those. There we go. I just thought it did swing on Danushka Gunatilaka.
Nice and deft, and also fine for 4. Off the mark with a boundary. So 9 runs off the over, but also a wicket. 10 overs gone, halfway, 101 for 2.
One for 2. Kandy tuskers losing their captain at an inappropriate time. You would think after a partnership was developing with Kusal Mendes.
Last ball of last over, the first ball that Brendan Taylor faces. Plays that shot really well. There's a slip in place too, but yet he goes for it.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Enough contact. That's a kind of a chance to take very early in your innings. He's been playing a bit of cricket, been at the PSL, arrived late in the country and available to play today.
Have a look at this. What is the slip fieldsman doing? He hasn't reacted so far. He was in the air. Oh.
It only tells you that he's not a regular slipper. He watched it go past and admired it.
They did.
That's bound
Have a
for
look.
Rajapaksa, yes. The regular slipper would have anticipated that shot and moved across.
Freddie is doing a good job here, building pressure into his third over. He's just conceded 15 runs so far.
He needs to pick up a wicket here. And if he manages to send Mendes back, there'll be a huge contribution. Because at the moment, he's looking $1 million.
Was that bowled at about 140? Rushed down to Taylor.
Single taken. Just 3 runs. Make that 4 from the over. 105 for 2. Gunaratne Kamundu to come. And we see the reverse sweep again. Brendan Taylor very much proficient in playing that shot. Of course, sponsors very important to any tournament. Red Bull, a major sponsor of this one. Few players getting wings, flying. Kusal Mendes on the cusp of another half-century in T20 cricket.
Geez, so much confusion out there. Brilliantly picked up by Afridi on the volley. Has a go at the bowler's end. Direct hit. Brendan Taylor is gone. No one backing up, but a fielder in the deep and no single taken. And this is on 49 of 29. Gone. This time straight to Afridi. He makes it look so simple. Back-to-back wickets. A second for Lakshan Sandakan.
Regaining territory. Galle Gladiators. They needed a couple of wickets, and the set batsman wicket, they have managed to do so. They are back into this game. Through the left arm, wrist spinner Sandakan. He's done a good job.
He's batted well though, but out at the wrong time for his team. 49. Tuskers, Kandy Tuskers, 106 for 3.
Well, Kandy tuskers will be reflecting on that last dismissal of Kusal Mendes and saying why throw away your innings? He was on the cusp of his 11th T20 half-century.
Well, here's a finer point that I'll tell you. Maybe that overthrow should have been taken, an extra effort put in to cross ends. Coming to Mendes, didn't read that at all. The last thing a team wants is when they're going really well to lose both batsmen who are in.
Come on, boy. We got this. We got this.
Impressive smell. Has really bowled well. He's been hitting the right areas consistently. Once again, a good delivery.
All 3 wickets going to spinners. We mentioned how effective they can be if they're bowled in the right areas and at the right speed. These spinners, they bowled with consistency, more so this guy. Kusal Mendes just playing across the line unnecessarily.
Come on, batting in.
For once, that slot speed didn't work for Kusal Mendes. After 12, it's 109 for 3.
ये चाहिए भाई, यही चाहिए, खेल चाहिए.
10 runs from here on in will get them to 189. Kandy Tuskers.
Only one.
Afridi going to bowl out. None for 16 at the moment. This is his 4th over. But he's put the strangle on.
Can Brendan Taylor be a champion? And of course, we hope that you've picked your 11 champions on the My 11 Circle app. Your fantasy team for today. We hope that you score many points. Kusal Pereira would have earned himself a couple. So too Kusal Mendes. Sweetly timed. Finds the gap. And that will be a My 11 Circle champion shot.
He played this one with consummate ease. Brendan Taylor. An authentic cover drive. Just stayed on the leg stump. Created that room for himself to hit the ball into the gap. He's not rusty, Brendan Taylor. In the air.
He'll have to take it deep. He can. He's got the boundary, then get off strike. Now he'll expect the same from the other batsman too.
Wicket coming, boy.
Slower, flighted to the left-hander. I'm sure Shahid Afridi will fancy himself bowling to the right-hander. He often slides the ball in with the angle. Brings LBW into play, taking the arms away from the right-hander as well.
And that right-hander is Brendan Taylor. His wicket here will really put the skids on the Kandy Tuskers innings. Inside out he goes on the bounce.
Come on!
Shahan Jayasuriya. He's not happy because he thought he could have attacked that ball and try and make that into a catch.
There was a chance to cut the angle. As a fielder, you've got to make that decision very early, whether to run around or run into the ball. He chose running around. Didn't give himself a chance of taking a catch. Yeah, Shahid Afridi felt otherwise.
I thought so too. I understand what Shahid Afridi was feeling at that stage. He's bowled out. 13 gone, 118 for 3. Sandkahn's going to bowl out.
My 11th circle MVP of the tournament. Ramanolo Gurbaz at the top. He had a cameo today. Should have sustained his innings. Russell, Kusal Pereira, Gunaratne and Dinesh Chandimal on that list. This time he gets the result. Reverse sweep with power, with placement.
And with ease. Not a lot of fuss about that stroke, but the result was sweet. My Circle 11 champion shot from Brendan Taylor once again.
Deflects it, hammers it. Gets into such a good balanced position from Zimbabwe, Brendan Taylor, and going back, say, 20 years. Andy Flower, he used to play that really well. Players from Zimbabwe tend to rely on that shot and play it so well. It puts bowlers off. It's tough for a captain to set a field when you're playing it this well.
Goes the other way, conventional sweep shot. As effective as the reverse sweep. 2 boundaries already in the over.
No, I don't think that's a top edge. I think he intended it. He gets underneath it. Look at that, the way he turns the wrist, flick of the wrist to create that spade. That's brilliant. Brilliant skills from Brendan Taylor. My 11th circle, champion shot.
He kind of hooked that ball with the bottom hand, and that's why it went finer and also cleared the fielder at short fine leg. Clever batting.
Nice change in pace. Just made Brendan Taylor check that shot. He was leaning into it. Had to wait on that delivery for a long time. Batting to come. Gunaratne, Prasanna, Pereira. They can tonk it a long way. That's a fine stroke. Timed sweetly, made a good sound off the bat, and it goes for 6. Ends the over on the high, 14 gone, 133 for 3.
Come on. You got this, boy. You got this. Yes.
Wonderful use of the feet again, getting to the pitch of the ball. Well, the sweep shot has been an effective shot in this match so far. Kusal Mendes playing 4 sweeps, different lengths, and losing his wicket off the last shot. That delivery a little bit wider, so a good adjustment by the bowler. Sandakhan.
Yeah, spoiled his figures somewhat. The last over expensive, 41 for 2 wickets. Gets it into the gap. Zazai manages to intercept that. Sandakhan really well brought into the team for this game. Slightly wider and Fuller just couldn't get underneath it. Kusal Mendes. Moment you go wider, you're looking to play the slog sweep, which is in the air. But if it was straighter, you have more control and you're looking to hit it along the ground.
Or you could even hit it over extra cover.
He could have gone the opposite way, yes. He's asking for it. He's asking for it, but it's gone leg side-ish and it's running away. More runs, more runs. Leg buys it is.
Irfan Pathan not playing today. Injured himself in the first match. There was a fair amount of stump on show.
The angle would have taken the ball away from the leg stump. He's balling wide of the crease. Well, I think it was a good decision by the umpire straight away, shaking his head.
Now Afridi has a problem. 5 overs to go after this. Galle Gladiators, Afridi himself and Lakshan Sandakan have bowled out. Mohammad Amir has been good today, not to pick up a wicket, but 2 overs for 8. So where does he go for the other 3? Mohammad Siraz went for 21 in his one.
Swept again, and the same result. Brendan Taylor, he's worked out exactly how to score runs in these conditions.
You start sweeping. Bowlers struggle. They don't like being swept. Geez, you need good wrists to generate pace in slow conditions. Brendan Taylor, he's showing you exactly how you should do it.
Goes reverse. I don't think I've seen him play a cover drive as yet, Brendan Taylor. 9 runs coming from the over, 142 for 3.
So 142 for 3 at the moment. If they continue at this rate, they get to 189. If they go 12 and over, they get past the 200 mark. Now, they've only got 3 wickets down at this stage, so that's not out of the equation, that's for sure, particularly the sweeping that's going on by Brendan Taylor and the boundaries that he's managing. There is going to be some dew, so I just wonder how many runs that is worth. Is that worth an extra 20 runs they should get to make sure they just overcompensate a little bit? So the top of the keeper, and that's gone for 4. So a boundary to start the over is tidy for the Tuskers.
It's been a tough day for Shiraz. He's gone for a few and he starts off not very well. Of course, not where it intended to go, but in this format, it's about runs. And he's already conceded, 25 runs of 7 balls. It's a real tough baptism for him, playing in this Lanka Premier League.
Let's hope that Afridi gives him plenty of time just to try and settle down in this over and provides a bit of assistance. The odd word, bit of encouragement. This is a really tough time to bowl, particularly when things are going a bit haywire. Dragged on the onside. The outfield is nice and fast. Is that going to go all the way? It is. Wow. A couple of boundaries off the first 2 balls. That's a My 11 champion shot.
Yeah, 150 up there, and it's been a nightmare for Mohammad Shiraz, going off 29 now off 8 balls. He's just got to go back to basics, hit his area, smash his area, and try and get the ball through to Azam Khan, the keeper.
Yeah, it's been a real struggle for the young man. You know, he worked really hard to get to where he is. Got plenty of wickets in the local domestic tournaments. They are actually by right by his performance. But so far, it's been a tough one for him.
Oh, it's going to be a wide 2.